Elon Musk is set to be the world's first trillionaire, probably history's first trillionaire. And when I looked up how long 1 trillion seconds is, it is over 31,000 years. If Elon Musk is set to be the first trillionaire, then that means that there are others soon to follow behind him. There is no reason why there should be billionaires, and damn sure no reason why we should have trillionaires. If we have trillionaires and there are still people out here that are struggling to pay their bills, we literally have people right now that cannot even put food on the tables for their families, but we have a fucking trillionaire about to happen. Our government is shut down, but there's a trillionaire in the making. People don't know where their next meal is going to come from, but there's a trillionaire in the making. There are people that quite literally have not been paid in over a month, but there is a trillionaire in the making. There are people right now in Sudan who are being slaughtered, massacred, so much blood that it is being viewed from satellites in outer space, but we are set to have our first trillionaire. The people in Gaza are...
All right. Here we go with the complaining about the billionaires and trillionaires. But let's just take a look at this woman who has such a big problem with other people becoming billionaires, millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. Okay, so let's just look at the stuff that she's got going on. So I see that she is in a vehicle that is most likely made by a multi-billion-dollar company. She has an Apple Watch, which is also made by a multi-billion-dollar company. And since she has an Apple Watch, pretty sure she's also recording this video from an Apple product phone, an iPhone. Matter of fact, did I say multi-billion? I'm sorry, I meant multi-trillion. Apple is a multi-trillion-dollar company, but she has no problem buying all their products over and over again. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind if the person who did her hair coloring or the person who did her tattoos, she wouldn't mind if they were millionaires. But it seems to me like people base who they want to be millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire on basically whether they like them or not, whether they have been entertained or not, whether they like their product or not. Because I don't ever hear people talk about, like, I don't know, Oprah. They don't talk about Oprah's wealth. They don't talk about Michael Jordan's wealth. They don't talk about Beyonce's wealth. They don't talk about Rihanna, the Kardashians, Taylor Swift. They don't talk about their wealth at all. Taylor Swift can sell freaking $1 billion in concert tickets and albums. Nobody ever questions whether she deserves her wealth or not, right? But when we get to people like Elon Musk, people like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, the billionaires, the big dogs, everyone seems to hate them. And then they love to say things like they haven't done nothing for society. I'm like, they have done a whole lot more society than your whack ass entertainers that y'all love so much, that y'all love just throwing money at so much. Way more. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs has made revolutionary products. He basically made the first smartphone. So much so that this woman is rocking, she probably got a whole bunch of Apple products sitting at home. Pretty sure she doesn't mind. Well, I can't really talk about Steve Jobs because he's no longer with it, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind giving Apple her money in order to fund the stuff that she likes from Apple. And if she has such a problem with other things going on in other countries, why is it that she won't take her money, not buy the Apple products, and just send them over to Sudan? Send them over to all these other countries that you're saying having all these issues, when in reality, we really don't care. We really don't care because we are on the completely other side of the world, the complete other side of the world from them. We have no way of getting them. No way of getting to them. They have no way of getting our money. So why are we talking about things that really don't matter? It's always people like this that love to pocket watch the big dogs and then complain about them not having money. But if you were to take the time out to pocket watch yourself and look at the stuff that you are spending your money on, you'd realize where it's going and realize why you are poor And why you suck in life? Because you're spending everything. You're spending every dollar you make. Complaining about everyone else's money and don't have no money yourself. How stupid is that?
Still battling. But we are set to see our first trillionaire. The Congo is bleeding, and we are set to have our first trillionaire. The people of Sudan are begging to be seen and be heard and be advocated for, but we're set to have our first trillionaire. Eat the fucking rich. And honestly, eating them isn't enough. We need to let them burn. There is no reason ever that one person should have that much amount of wealth when there are millions and millions of humans that are dying, struggling, killing themselves, being murdered endlessly day in and day out.
Yes, says you, the woman who has no problem buying certain products that made these people millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires. It's all hypocritical. But as long as you are entertaining these people in some type of way, it's okay for you to be a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. If you don't like the person, we should take their wealth. We should eat the rich. But my real question is, what does Elon Musk becoming the first trillionaire have to do with you? That doesn't affect me at all. That doesn't affect my money at all, whether Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire or not. I'm not affected by anything going on with what the billionaires are doing. Like, why do we act like our lives are so in disarray because of what someone else is doing to us? Like, this is capitalism. This is all capitalism. This woman obviously chooses to partake in capitalism. You can choose not to. Like for me, I don't like Apple products. I'm not a big fan of Apple products, but Apple stock, you bet your ass I got some Apple stock, boy. I got some Apple stock. And when Apple stock goes up because you want to partake in capitalism and keep buying the same shit that they've been selling for like the past 10 years by now, I make more money. You don't have to partake in capitalism if you don't want to. That's the thing that people keep forgetting. Buy stocks, don't buy the product.
But we're set to have our first trillionaire.
So what?
In human history that we know of.
Elon Musk is a trillionaire. A trillionaire. That doesn't even. Why are we even using that word? That word shouldn't exist because nobody has that much money. And what good has he done with that money?
More than you.
Because he don't pay all his taxes. He don't pay taxes like we pay. That you people are fussing about going to SNAP and stuff. He don't pay them. He's got $1 trillion, but he don't pay them. He don't pay taxes.
Okay, well, that is a complete lie. Elon Musk actually has the record for paying the most taxes in history when he acquired Twitter. The most taxes in history. So I don't know what the hell this woman or anyone else talking about. Elon Musk needs to pay a fair share of taxes. He's paid more in taxes than y'all have ever paid in your lives. And this is coming from a woman who has all these damn tattoos that probably cost her maybe a few $1,000s. And he's wearing a Nike sweater. And then again in a car, recording on a product from a billionaire. Make it make sense, y'all. Make this make sense. Are you mad at billionaires being billionaires? Or are you just mad that you can't get there? That you don't have the will to get there? It's envy. It's 100% envious.
Off the top of my head here, if he lost 99% of all the money he had, of his trillion, whatever, he still have like millions, right? A lot of millions, right? I don't know. I'm not very good at math off the top of my head. I'd have to open up a calculator to do it. Whatever. That's besides the point. He could lose 99% of his money and still be fine.
But what does that have to do with you?
What's going on here? And I get that most of his money is not in cash. It's like in other assets and stuff like that. Like, I get that, y'all. You don't have to break it down for me. But the point is, a trillionaire? Really?
Yeah. What's wrong with it? Elon Musk gonna be a trillionaire. Okay, congratulations to him. You know, instead of hating on him, maybe you should look up to me like, damn, if maybe I can be like what, maybe 10% of that. You know, that's how I think when I see people who are doing well. I'm like, I'm smart enough to be like 10% as good as them. I'll be happy with that. Been completely happy with that. But y'all are just so judgmental of people that y'all don't know. The only thing y'all know about them is basically how much money they have. Why is it that you know how much money they have, but you don't know how much money you have? It's a real question. Real question. Too busy pocket watching the rich to realize that you are signing up for a bunch of scams. A whole bunch of scams. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all keep complaining about this. Y'all get so distracted over everything and are too busy to worry about what you got going on in your own lives. But that's the American dream for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all guys next time.